Hi Queen of Arts kids, it's Miss Michelle, your art teacher, and today we're going to be painting the cutest puppy. So make sure you have all of your supplies ready and make sure that you print out your template because we're going to be using this template to cut out and use as a guide for your painting. Make sure you also have your 3 brushes with you, your king large brush, your queen middle brush, and then your baby or princess brush, which is our smallest brush. So have those brushes with you. Also a rinsing cup of water and some napkins. And the colors you're going to be using for this painting is going to be a light blue, 2 puddles of white, beige, a little bit of brown, red, yellow, and green. So that will make this puppy. But if you have your own puppy at home and you want to change the colors so that it matches your puppy, you're more than welcome to do that too. Make sure that your canvas is vertical, so standing up tall. Get your template that you cut out, place it right in the middle, and you can have your puppy floating a little bit so that you have some spot here for the grass. But all I want you to do is just lightly trace the shadow of your puppy and tell me what you get. So lightly trace, shadow your puppy all the way around. It might not look exact, and that's okay. You'll notice that one of the ears might be missing from your template. I just want you to make a big round ear like that to cover it. So trace around your template, and then when you take it off, you should have something that looks like this, almost like a shadow to your puppy, almost like a shadow. When you've got your shadow, you want to make sure you've got your 2 eyes. So you're going to put 2 circles right in the middle, 2, and then the nose kind of looks like a big jelly bean. So it's kind of a flat jelly bean right in the center. So you're going to make a big jelly bean in the middle. And then for the eyes, you're just gonna put a little baby eye right in there. So you've got your 2 eyes and a big jelly bean. Right here on your tracing, you're just gonna have to round out the head. So you could see the head a little bit more. And you just kind of curve and make a smiley face right under here. The other places you need to do is the body. And you'll see on your template, you've got your 2 feet. So you're just gonna have to make sure you make your lines for your foot too. So it doesn't have to be exact. This is just for us to know where you're tracing and where all of your pieces are for your puppy. But then the fun part is after we do all this, then we could start painting. Then you've got to curve the head, also like this. So I'll go ahead and make sure you get something that looks like this. Just do your best. Once you have your stencil and that you printed out, just look at it so that you could see if it's really close to each other. And as long as you get some sort of a shape for a puppy, then we could start painting. 3 brushes. I want to see your largest brush, your largest brush. Largest brush looks just like this. This is what we call our king brush, like always. So this is going to be our king brush, your largest brush. Remember, always hold your brush like you'd hold a pencil. So you don't have to hold it like this. Hold it really, really strong. And we're going to start painting. We're going to use your king brush first. On your plate of paint, do you have a little bit of light blue? Or like some sort of light blue. So grab your plate of paint, and I want 2 colors. So you want to get a little white on your brush and then a little bit of light blue. Then hold your brush really strong, and you're going to paint up and down right around your puppy. So we're just diving right in. I see you guys are completely ready to go, so we're going to start going. Go ahead and paint around your puppy the best that you can. And you want to stop where your puppy's feet are going to be. So right here is where you want to stop. So you're kind of, well, you want to leave a little space here for the grass. So we're going to paint everything above. You have it up and down, up and down. When you're painting, I want to make sure the two things that I really want to make sure that you do is that you hold your brush strong, like you're holding a pencil. You're also flipping your brush up and down. So it's like mermaid tails. See how we're brushing like this? We're flipping your brush. So you're not rubbing like a crayon, but you're flipping your brush. Flip, flip, flip. So you should have your brushes and your bristles shouldn't be scratchy. You shouldn't be able to hear. You better be a little bit of like a lighter sound when you're brushing up and down, go around your puppy's tail. And it's okay if you guys get a little bit of paint on your puppy, no worries too. But let's paint this beautiful sky. So your puppy's maybe your puppy's at a park. Maybe you're going outside and it's such a beautiful day. What I like to do is I like to go around the puppy like this. You're almost making a little shield. And take a big scoop of your brush, of your paint, and get a big scoop of white, and then a little bit of blue. So your brush should have two colors, white and blue. That way, when you paint it in, you're gonna see two different colors. If you end up just mixing the colors together on your plate, you're just gonna get light blue again. So I wanna see that little bit of white that adds a little texture to your painting. And then also looks like a little bit of a sky. And again, you want to stop right here to the bottom. If you paint all the way down, that's okay too, but you want to get as close as you can to that bottom where their paws are, and then we'll fill the bottom part with grass. And this puppy is gonna look so cute. Paint up and down. I see that everyone's focusing. Very good job. It's good to always be really focused on your work. Painting is just like such a relaxing thing to do, especially when you have your supplies ready and a little bit of a guide so you can paint the cutest puppy. And again, as always, I know that some of you do this too, but you can always practice again. So let's say we paint here today, you have your templates, you have everything that you need. You could always try and paint it again. You're gonna be surprised, even if you paint the same thing over and over again, you're gonna get a different style painting and you're gonna get a different style puppy. So you can have like different collections, a bunch of different kinds. Maybe you can make one a Dalmatian. Maybe you can make one a cute doodle, up to you. But in the end, I want to see something like this. Good job, everybody. And you get as close as you can to your puppy, and then you should have a beautiful sky. And again, it's okay if you paint a little bit on the bottom or paint over stuff. It doesn't have to look perfect. What I want to know is you're going to have a whole art collection of paintings after this. You're going to have to figure out where you're going to put everything. So we're going to put this cute grass, a couple flowers on the side, and then the nose and the eyes, what we used for that was a Sharpie. So you could actually use, for the eyes, that's just a Sharpie that I just traced out. So you don't even need a paint brush for that. It makes it a little bit easier. It's a little bit more precise. If you have like a black marker, that's what I used for the eyes. Keep on painting. But if you're ready, you want to get your middle brush. Middle brush. This is what we call our queen brush. Use, if you have your light brown, which is what we're going to be our standard color, get a little bit of light brown. And then I want you to work on the body first. So take your brush and paint around first. So around your body, around like this. You might paint over the paws. So you might paint over the paw line, and that's okay. As long as you could see that pencil still. Even if you paint over it. The paws on this puppy is still white. See how the paws are white? So you want to stop right here when you're painting. So holding your brush just like you would hold a pencil, go ahead and get a little bit of that beige and paint just the body. We'll work on the head together. Just the body. Up and down, and keep a little bit of space for that paw. Don't need a lot of paint, but you're gonna just need to make sure that you maintain control of your brush. That means you're holding your brush nice and firm and strong, and you're flipping your brush back and forth. You should have something like this. So you see how you could still kind of see the pencil line there too? As long as you could still see the pencil line, because you're gonna use that pencil line again a little bit later for the brown. And make sure you get a tail. Get a little bit of that beige and get a little tail. Good, good, good. So you have that. If you're ready, here's what we do with the face. You're only gonna do just the head. Don't worry about the ears, because the ears has a little bit of this brown that we're gonna use. So when you're ready, you're gonna take your queen brush, get a little bit more of that beige color or the color that you're using to paint your doggy. Get a little bit of that. Go ahead and shape around the head. Around the head. This part is where it's really cool because everyone has the same template that you printed out. But once you start working on the head and once you start working on the face of your puppies, you're gonna realize that everyone's dog looks a little different. So it's gonna look really cool to see the personalities come out. Go around the eyes. Sometimes that gets tricky, do your best. Go around the eyes and around the nose. The eyes you're gonna do a little bit later once your painting completely dries. So don't worry about the eyes just yet. But take your time, go around. When you're painting and you're using your queen brush, if you feel like you wanna use your other brush a little bit more, like a smaller brush to go around the eyes, you totally can too. Totally can. And then go around the nose. And then you should have something like this. I like that I see everyone holding their brush nice and strong. If you feel like you're running out of paint on your brush, always get a little bit more paint. Always refill your brush too. Sometimes when you're spreading your paint on such a large canvas, you run out of paint faster. So you're just gonna have to dip your brush a little bit more. If your canvas is smaller, you might not need as much. Right here, and add a little fuzzy here. Choo-choo. Go ahead and get the ears. Here's the thing with the ears. There is a little spot that's darker. So notice here, do you see in the ears? There's these two spots right under the little hook. That is dark brown. So take your baby brush. I want us to fill that in first. So when you're ready with the ears, if you're still working on the body, keep on working on the body. But if you're ready with the ears, take your baby brush. Take your baby brush, get a little bit of dark brown. So look at your plate to see if you have dark brown. Some other darker color. But I want us to paint right under here. This little itty bitty spot. So I'll paint it in so I can show you. See, I've got that little itty bitty spot right under here. I'm using the small baby brush so that I can get the nice little details. But you want this part, this gives it a little bit of shadow. This gives your painting a little bit more depth. So it looks like the ears is flopping down, and then this part's a little darker. So take your brush, let's see. When you're ready, use that same brush, use that small baby brush, and go ahead and get a little bit of your brown and then paint in the nose. That nose is the big jelly bean right in the middle. I left a little spot here for the white so we can add that in a little bit later too. So fill it in. Just a nice little oval. So I'll give you a minute now. I know that you're working on getting your legs, your head, your ears, lots of steps. So we'll do a quick checklist to make sure that you've got everything you need so far or what you're working on. One thing that you should be working on is you should have your sky painted blue. You should have your puppy's body, leaving some space for the paws, a tail, and then painting the head, the nose, and a little bit right under the ears. When you're ready, go ahead and work on this other part of the ear. So you should have this painted brown, and then afterwards you've got this part here for the ears. You should be dry enough that you're gonna take your baby brush, get a little bit of that same color that you used for the body, get a little bit of that light brown, and go ahead and shape out the ears. And then paint that in. And paint the other ear. So when you're using your small brush, sometimes it takes a little bit more time to fill in, but you should be able to fill in just the lighter parts of your ear now. And you should get your hair in too. Good job, guys. Once you've got your puppy like this, we are gonna work on highlighting. So once you've got this, what I want you to do now is take your baby brush out and let's highlight. Highlight something I want you to start learning. It gives your painting more structure. So see how right here I highlighted and I just marked where the pencil is with a little bit of brown to show where the feet are. And then I made the tail a little bit more defined. So you're gonna take your baby brush, get a little bit of your brown, and this is very light strokes. So when you're highlighting, it's a very light stroke. So you're gonna get your baby brush, get a little bit of brown, and then you're gonna lightly draw in where the pencil line was. Very lightly, so don't do it too hard, don't press too hard on it. Very lightly, using brown, just make a line for where your paws are. Kind of looks funny for now, but I promise you once you practice a little bit, you'll get that down too. So just do a few quick lines. Then on your tail, add a little bit of highlight there too. See how the tail has that little bit of that brown in it? Get your brown and just add a little bit, lightly fluffing. So you press, don't press too hard, get a little bit, and then that's it. Love it and leave it. That's what we always say, love it and leave it. Now go to the ears. Get a little bit of that brown and highlight the ears a little bit. See, I'm just kind of putting a little mark where the ears and the hair is. So I'll kind of bring it in closer so you could see where the highlight goes. The highlight goes in the ears. So I just got a little bit of brown on the baby brush and I just lightly followed a little highlight, a little bit on the tail, and then a little bit on the paws. That's all we're gonna work on today. And plus, because puppies have a lot of fur, we want it to look a little bit furry. So that's why you want to kind of add some of that in there too. So give that a try, give highlighting a try. See how you do. And then we're gonna start painting the paws. Once you're ready, you're gonna take your baby brush, put it back in your cup, and then take out that queen brush again. The same brush we were using to paint the whole body. Remember how we left the paws white? Remember how these paws are white? We're actually gonna paint it white. Get a little bit of white, and then just fill in your paws. Even if it's white, you still want paint on there. Can't just leave it without paint just because it's white. Every little detail on your painting is gonna make a big difference once it dries. So go ahead and paint your paws white. Just get some white paint. Doesn't have to have anything else in it. Get some white paint and just paint in your paws. And then there you go. So switch and get your baby brush, that small baby brush. Get a little bit more brown. And then go ahead and paint those paws in. Just the curves. So it's gonna look, and you're just curving, following the trace line. That's it. Just do a quick little curve, highlighting the paws with the small baby brush. Cute, good job. I could see those paws, Erin, good job. Make sure you get them all in there. And then we're gonna take a break from doing the puppy and then add the grass and stuff for your puppy to play on. So of course, we're gonna have to add all this stuff too. So work on getting your paws in. I'm gonna just focus in so you can see what you're gonna be painting next. Or grass. For your grass, you're gonna use your queen brush. So grab your queen brush, that middle one, rinse it out, wipe it on your napkin, a little bit of green. You're gonna hold your brush standing up tall. So your brush is gonna be like this, standing up tall. And you're gonna make little grass sticking up. So it's like blades, like grass blades. So it's gonna look like this. So I'm gonna go in close. Up, up, and let go. Up, up. See how they're very skinny little sticks? you're gonna do a little bit at a time until you get to the very end. So you're gonna go, you might have to hold your canvas if it's in the bottom, but you wanna just start growing your grass. Take your time. You're gonna have to go from one side all the way to the other. You wanna make sure your brush is standing up tall, because then when you push and up and let go, then you're gonna get these really, really skinny little lines that look like grass. So you're gonna push up, let go, up and let go. Take your time, go around the paws. Don't cover the paws too much. Just go right under it. See, I didn't cover the paws completely. Just take your time, go all the way. Don't press too hard. Just start from the bottom, push up and let go. Up, 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 and let go. Up and let go. You should get nice, beautiful grass right down here. This part might take a little bit of time because you want your grass to look like you're growing the grass. So every little stroke that you do up is grass. So take your time. Try to get to the very end. Little lines, make sure you don't cover the paws too much. And then this is this is like the really soft grass that you feel like you can run barefoot in. So your puppy is really, really happy that you're growing this really cute grass. The grass can be different sizes, so short, some can be long. Again, it's just green growing up. So you want to do this grass until you cover all that white on the bottom. So depending on how much white you have on the bottom of your canvas, you might have a lot of white to cover. You might not need too much. But make sure you're going up, up, up. Flip your brush up, 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 up. Holding it this way. Flipping up, flipping up. So we only have a couple little things left. What do you think? What else do we need on our painting here? We just need to put 2 flowers, and then we need to put a collar. And then right here for the eyes, we're just gonna use a Sharpie to use that. So if you have a Sharpie or a black marker or even your pencil that you used. So I have the pencil with me here. So yours could be a pencil, it could be a Sharpie, but I want you to only paint the black so these stay white. The small circle in the eyes stay white. And you want to just do the outside right here, your color, so black. So I'm going to use my pencil and I'm just going to fill in this part. The key is this, make sure you just keep that little small circle on the inside. Make sure that stays white. But everything else should stay a darker color. So if you have a marker, Sharpie, pencil, whatever you have around you, you can do this, or your parents can do this. And then you can have your eyes in there too, like that. So that's the next step. Just focus on getting your eyes. All right, let's finish out this painting. Let's do the flowers. So take out your baby brush, small baby brush. And then let's do the flowers right here. So what you wanna do is you're gonna make the big leaves first. So you're gonna take your baby brush, get a little bit of green, and you're gonna put 2 leaves on each side. 1, 2. So it just looks like really, really big leaves. Or it kind of looks like a heart. Like really, really big heart. And you're gonna do that on each side. I'm gonna make 1 here. You know what it also looks like? Bunny ears. So I'm making 1 on each side. Bunny ears or a big pointy heart. Like that. On each side. Once you've got this part, put the stems in. So I took the same brush, my baby brush, got a little bit of brown, and then you're gonna put the stem for your flower. One on each side. So you've got the heart or the leaves on the bottom, and then you've got the stem. Then we can grow our flower right in the inside. Your flower, the brush I'm using is you're still using your baby brush, that small baby brush. Get a little bit of your red or any color you want. I'm gonna use red just so that it looks just like this painting. But when your flowers, you're gonna want 5 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 petals going all the way around right where that stem is. So you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna make 5 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I do first is I just draw it out, and that way you can paint it in a lot easier when you know where it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if it's kind of going outside, see how my petal right here kind of makes it go all the way to the edge of the canvas, and that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you've got this, then you can paint it in. Put it right in inside. Good job, everybody. You're gonna dip the back of it, the handle, and you're gonna get a little bit of your red. And I put 2 dots all the way around the flowers. 1, 2, get a little bit more. 1, 2. Again, you're using the back of your brush to make these dots. And just add some dots. Again, I used to use the back, and I got some, and I got the dots, and I put the dots right in there. Adds a little detail to your painting. And then you make your white, the little white dot in the center. Go ahead and get your white dot in the center. Use the back of your baby brush. Get a little bit of white. Mine still has a little red, and that's okay too. Get a little bit of it and add that dot. Add that dot right on the center. Now your puppy is running in this beautiful field, and all we have to do is just put a collar on your puppy, because this is your puppy, and then we are done. So once you've got your flowers in, go ahead and focus on this neck part. Your puppy should be dry enough that we could put a cute collar. So when you're doing your collar, you want to make sure that you've got here, and I just did brown, and then I put a little gold collar in the center. So that small baby brush. Clean that out. Get a little bit of your brown, and then make your collar right here. And it's just like thinking about, think about you're putting a cute necklace, right? So you're just gonna put, and it's just one on each side. So right under the chin, you're gonna make a line and then a line. So 2 lines going in, and you're leaving a spot in the center. So I used the brown, and I left a little spot in the center. Once you've got your collar, I'm using my baby brush again. I'm getting a little bit of yellow. And then I'm just putting a big circle right here. This puppy looks like he won like a gold medal. So I'm gonna put a big circle right here. If this dries, you can probably even put like a name on it too. Or like an initial, like an R or an S. But make sure that your circle is pretty big, bigger than where the collar is. You painted this? All right, so let's do a quick checklist to make sure that you have everything you need. As long as your puppy has a sky, a blue sky, and it has some flowers on the sides, grass. You also should have a tail, your puppy's body, head, 2 ears, a little bit of hair right here, eyes, nose, and a collar. If you have all those items on your painting, congratulations, you did it. You made your very own puppy. So I'm so proud of you. I hope you enjoyed making the cutest puppy ever. Make sure you know that you can always practice again. You have the templates. You can always paint and draw your puppy as many times as you want, and keep on practicing. And I hope that you had a lot of fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.